All right, our investigative reporter Brendan Kirby is back with an update on COVID-19 benefits. And Brendan, people have been asking about the president's executive action on unemployment. Does that mean people out of work are going to start to be able to collect the extended benefits?
Right, that is going on in a minute.
Well, it's still not clear, Lenise, at least when it comes to Alabama. You'll recall that additional $600 a week in COVID-related claims added by the CARES Act has now gone away. Congress so far has failed to break a stalemate on the issue, so President Donald Trump signed an executive memo providing for $400 a week above state unemployment. But states must agree to enter a financial arrangement with the federal government, and the states would have to kick in 25% of the cost. That's a lot of money to many state governments, and we don't know yet what Alabama will do. The State Department of Labor tweeted this week that it expects guidance soon from the federal government. A spokeswoman for the agency tells me officials are still awaiting that guidance. She says that it may be possible for states to use existing unemployment insurance payments as the state's match, and that would mean that folks would get an additional $300 instead of $400, but nothing's final. A spokeswoman for Governor Kay Ivey says the administration is exploring all options.
And what's the update on the other executive memo giving people a break on payroll taxes?
Well, this action would defer the employee portion of the payroll tax, which funds Social Security and Medicare. It amounts to 6.2% of your gross income for Social Security and 1.45% for Medicare. The president has floated this idea as part of a follow-up to the CARES Act, but lawmakers in both parties have been cool to it, and the overall bill is stalled. Essentially, the government would leave that in the paychecks of workers making less than $100,000 a year. For someone making $1,000 a week, that comes to almost $77. That could come in handy for a family where a second income earner, say, has lost her job. But be careful, the executive action merely defers collection. You might have to pay it back at tax time. In effect, it would be a zero-interest loan from the federal government. President Trump says he plans to forgive those loans if he wins re-election, but there is, of course, no guarantee of that, and Congress probably would have to go along with it.
All right, and that was Brendan Kirby reporting from his home. Brendan, I hope you and your family are doing well. And he'll have more on this situation. If you have a question, you can always email him at brendan.kirby@fox10tv.com.